is a socialite and entrepreneur. He's also known as the jack of all trades. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, how you doing? Robert, known as Twixx, Robert Taylor. Born in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am an entrepreneur, a father, and they say a Renaissance man. I do a lot of things.
So what do you do?
Well, what I don't do is a question. But
Right.
honestly, I'm a barber, licensed barber for going on now 18 years. I've owned my own shop. My first barbershop I opened up when I was 23. I'm 37 now. The franchise is called Fata Mall Barbershops. It consists of 5 barbershops, a salon, and tailor-made photography. And I also promote, my company is Twixx Entertainment. And, pretty much I'm a barber, the promoter, a businessman, photographer, whatever you want. I'm pretty much doing it.
Wow, starting at 23, that's really young. So what was your motivation?
Actually, I've always been, you say, an entrepreneur in spirit, and in the neighborhood, starting young, cutting hair as a bootleg barber. I started cutting hair in 6th grade. My mom messed my hair up. I had a Gumby, and she messed my Gumby up. She bought some $12 clippers and gave me a $2 haircut.
Wow.
So I fixed my hair, and after that, everybody in the neighborhood wanted me to cut their hair. So I started, you can pretty much say, micromanaging a business in the barbershop at my house at that age. And from then on, I took that and started doing other things with the money at a young age. So that turned me to an entrepreneur.
All right, so you are really busy. Is it just you, or do you have a team?
Well, yes, as in the barbershop, it's just me now. And I have the greatest barbers to me in the world who work in my shops. I have great managers. Without them, I couldn't do it. So I just make sure each shop I have the right management, to pretty much to be over the shop. All the barbers at my shops and beauticians are sole proprietors. So they're their own boss to a point. I just give the rules and regulations of my shop. And they're respectable, so they just follow the rules, and that's how it flows. So it's not that hard to that point. I just got to make sure everything is on the up and up when it comes to running the business right.
Do you mind telling us how you got into photography and I guess the hair business?
Got you. Good question too. Everybody asks me, how did you become a photographer?
Right.
Well, as being a promoter, I started doing parties in 4th grade. I started DJing at C.C. Cox Elementary. Mm-hmm. And when I got in 6th grade, I started doing house parties in my house. My parents allowed me to use our back room to throw parties. Matter of fact, it's a big DJ named DJ Finesse, who's a DJ now on 97.5. And that was actually my first DJ, or I was his first promoter, you could say. Mm-hmm. And he was DJing my parties then, so it got a big name out there. So I've been doing parties pretty much since 4th grade. And once I learned how to, my big thing is to get the middleman out. So for years I was paying graphic designers to make my flyers, and I'm so, you could say, intricate, and I wanted to be right, so I keep telling no, do this to the flyer, do this to the flyer. So once I learned how to do the graphic design myself, I started making my own flyers. And with doing that, I started, like if I threw my birthday party, and if you're a Scorpio also, I would make a flyer and put you on it.
Oh, wow.
So from me taking people's pictures off of my space and cropping it and doing it, I said, you know what, I'm gonna get a camera and start taking pictures just for the flyers. So when I started doing that, people were like, well, can you do my pictures? And it pretty much just rolled into get my own business. And me being, a businessman, entrepreneur, I'm like, wait a minute, I see there could be a future in this. So I got the studio and started doing pictures, and especially in the black communities, there's really no photographers where you can get your kids seeing your pictures at and do family pictures versus just a normal cameraman that's at the club. So I wanted to have a structure to where people bring their families and take pictures and stuff. So that's where it came from.
Speaking of community, you're from Las Vegas, right?
Born and raised, yes ma'am.
Why did you decide to leave your businesses here? Why did you decide to stay home?
You know what? Because I'm pro Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. I'm a 3%er. And only 3% of us are from Vegas.
So true.
Right. And I am actually from North Las Vegas. And I always say North Las Vegas, not to like, I'm from, but I am. But North Las Vegas is its own city. And people forget that.
Yeah.
North Las Vegas has its own mayor, its own rules, its own laws. The street signs are blue. Mm-hmm. The streets and the signs are green in the city. So I am from North Las Vegas, and I'm big on that. And I want to show kids, especially in North Las Vegas, that you don't have to do anything negative. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to pimp. All these things are in Las Vegas that are known and common to do, right? You could go another route and be successful and make a financial stability for your grandchildren. And I say grandchildren because if you think about your grandchildren, you're gonna do good for your children. So that's how I think.
You hear that, kids? All right, so I know that being an entrepreneur sounds so glamorous. What do you have to do? Like, what are your responsibilities? Where do you have to get down and dirty?
Thank you. Responsibilities are all. You know, like this interview right now, I came late for this interview because I had a new barber start. And once a new barber start, I got to get a barber chair. So I had to go rush and give me a U-Haul, get a barber chair. Like at a drop of a dime, if something happens as an entrepreneur, you can't complain. You got to do it. It's kind of like being, if you're a boss, you're on salary and you have to work all these hours, but even more because it all lays on you, everything. Like if a barber or somebody from my promotion company gets sick or their kids are sick, that's on me. I gotta try to help them out. You need help, you know, because they have a family. And if my job is the job that's creating this job to where they're paying for their bills, their car notes and everything else, I have a big responsibility. So just to be an entrepreneur, it sounds good. Oh, yeah, I'm on business. Oh, are you ready to own your own business? Because it's serious. You know, I had a hernia surgery because I'm lifting barber chairs. I'm lifting stuff so much, trying to cut the middleman out and get a mover, you know? So that's what comes with it. There's no sleep. For years, I probably average 3 hours of sleep. I have sleep apnea. That all comes into it, you know? But at the end of the day, I know the big picture. I'm able to pay for my kids when they're in private school. I'm able to do what I want to do. You know, money, not to sound too big on money, but my whole thing is like this. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but money does give you options. And the more options you have in life, the closer you probably can be happy. So that's my whole thing with that.
Right. So you are only 37, so you are young. And you seem like you're a person who never stops. So what is your ultimate goal in life?
You know, my ultimate goal in life is one, I want my great-grandchildren to have a picture in their house and be like, thank you. You know, because that's really what it comes down to. Like, I just did a post on Instagram. I do these posts all the time, but I did a post on Instagram saying that your house, your cars, your businesses, that doesn't make you successful. How your kids think about you will make you successful. Because you can't front that. You can't fake that. You can't fake parenting. So all that aside, you cannot fake being a good parent. If you raise your kids right, that's being successful. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing. I want my kids and my grandchildren to have a good life and to be like, you know, my father did a good job. So that's at the end of the day, that's what I want.
Right. How do you feel that your businesses help out the whole entire community?
Got you. Well, one, by hiring licensed barbers and beauticians already, we're helping to stimulate the economy off top, because the more money they make, the more stuff they buy, and it helps out the city in general. But besides that, giving jobs. And like we always give like back to school haircuts for free. Oh, I'm always, kids in the neighborhood need help. Like if anybody's seen in my Instagrams, it's a couple kids at my new shop, Fada Mall Centennial. It's a couple kids who are, you know, you could say challenged. They have autism, autistic. So they really can't do anything. That, you know, they really can't do a certain job besides, you know, working at Goodwill. So they come to my barbershop, we have them sweep up, we play with them, you know what I mean? And we joke with them because they're normal. Right. You know, we want them to feel that. So besides that, it's moral things that we try to do as barbers to make them, you know, feel comfortable. But besides that, I'm always doing fundraisers. We do a safe trick-or-treating for the kids, you know, and anything we can do possible, like me and my organization, you know, I'll get to that, my organization and whatnot, and we try to do and help out.
Okay. As a business owner, how important is it to follow politics? Why is that important?
It's pretty important. It's very important because you have to know what's going on. There's rules in place and there's laws that if you don't know, if you're not privy on, it can end up hitting you in the back of the head without knowing. And it all starts with politics. It all starts at home. Like you should know what's going on at your home and in your home first. I just helped. There's a district attorney named Sandra Morgan, who's running for judge, right? I just did a fundraiser for her because she helped me out when I was going against North Las Vegas when they pretty much shut the freeway down for my barbershop. So you have to kind of know, especially being a business owner, you have to know politics because there are certain things that are in place that could deter your business. So you got to know who to talk to, who to ask for help for your own situation. So it starts at home first to go to the White House. So know your stuff home first before you get to that point, I believe.
What do you do in your spare time?
Sleep when I can.
And when is that?
I know it's rare. What I like doing, I like bowling because that soothes me, calms me down.
Cool.
I like getting massages, and besides that, my kids.
Yeah.
You know, doing whatever with them. You know, playing pool with them, foosball. The time I give my kids, that's what I want to do.
That's priceless, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Any advice you want to give anybody who wants to become an entrepreneur?
Just do it. I say this. It's going to be a lot of people who say you can't do it. It's going to be naysayers. When I got my first barbershop, Theta Mall, that's in North Las Vegas, everybody told me it wouldn't work because it's on a one-way street. It's like, it's not going to work. It's on a one-way street, you know. But I did my due diligence. I contacted the DMV. I found out 75,000 cars pass the street, past my shop a day. So if I can't get a couple people to get a haircut at 75,000, I'm not good as I thought I was, you know. So being an entrepreneur, you got to go for it. People are not going to believe it. Most people will do a 9 to 5. No problem with that, right? And it's scared to jump out. It's scared to jump out and get a job yourself, you know. But the reward from it could be so mentally and financially profitable for you that I'll say go for it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you.
letting us spend a little bit of time with you and learn about your passion. And hopefully you touch somebody out there. All right, tell us who you're rocking with.
Yeah, Straight Lace TV. Yeah, dig, it's your boy Twixx. Check me out on Facebook under Vegas Twixx Taylor or Robert Taylor. Instagram at Vegas Twixx, and that's with 2X.
2 out.
Peace.